Hi, and welcome to the Millstrip Mike channel. This week marks the 105th anniversary of the adaptation of John Moses Browning's Colt pistol, which became the Colt 1911. It was on March 29th, 1911, when it was finally adopted. I just want to go over a little bit what brought about the need for a .45 caliber pistol and a little bit of the history of how it came about. And then I also want to do a simple test to kind of compare the two cartridges. The United States went to the Spanish-American War with the basically versions of the model 1892 double-action revolver as a sidearm. This particular one is the 1901 upgrade, but it still shoots the .38 long Colt. There were various improvements made until I believe another .45 long Colt pistol came out in 1909 before the 1911 came out. Many soldiers complained that the .38 didn't have the stopping power of the Maori during the Philippine insurrection, and they even brought about old Colt peacemakers that shot the single action, that shot the .45 long Colt. So the Army thought that there was a need for a pistol that shot a bigger round again, and John Moses Browning developed the .45 ACP cartridge in 1904. There are several pistols that were adapted until it was the Savage versus the Colt, basically were the last two. And as you can see by my early video kind of making fun of 1911 hyperbole, the Colt had no malfunctions over a weekend, shooting 6,000 rounds. It was only dipped in water when it got hot. The Savage pistol had 37 malfunctions, so the Colt pistol was adopted. Basically, the 1900, we went from, I mean, this was a black powder load, so it didn't have as much power behind it by any means, but they went from the .45 long Colt and the old Peacemaker type single action Colts to the .38 long Colt, which is much smaller, and you can see where they might have had a difference. And then the .45 ACP had a bigger bullet, but the smokeless powder loads had a lot higher pressure. I would like to go outside, go shooting, and just do a simple water jug test to maybe test a little bit of the stopping power. So we're going to do that. But before I do that, I do want to, since I do like to kind of show what to look for when you're buying pistols, sometimes you may come across an old Colt pistol that'll say Colt Army Special, and you'll wonder if that's in the military or not. And a lot of times these pistols are so old that you're worried about the United States property mark being wore off. But a simple test in these old Colt pistols to show whether they were a military pistol or not, because they called it an Army Special kind of as a misnomer to sell pistols, and I think it later became the police positive. But look at the butt on the pistol. This is an old Colt 38 Special, or 38 Army Special, that it doesn't look all that good, but it was actually a lot worse when I got it, and I brought it back to life to be a usable pistol. But the way you can tell is to look at the butt of these. You can see on the model 1911, you can see the U.S. Army 1911 has the model and some of the serial numbers on it, whereas the commercial one does not have these markings. And I believe the military one will also have a lanyard on it. On the 1911s, of course, there's several things to look for. There's myriads of other channels out there, so I'm not going to go anywhere into this. Mine, since it's Parkerized, it's obvious that it was redone sometime after World War II, Korean War, but it does have a 1918 serial number on it. So it's an old pistol that was re-arsenaled at some point, and you can barely see the United States property right there, which makes me wonder if the GI who brought it home tried to kind of scrub that off, because I have heard stories, I don't know whether they're true or not, I have heard stories that once they brought pistols or rifles home, a lot of them tried to scrape off the United States property because they thought that if they got caught with it, they would be thrown in jail or whatever. But anyway, enough about that. Let's go to the shooting. Let's go to the jug test. Alright, to establish a baseline, I'm going to use a 45 long Colt cowboy load. This is what they used before the 38 long Colt, before the 1901. I do not yet own a Colt single action Army, so I'm just going to have to settle for this Beretta Stampede. Alright, it looks like our 45 long Colt made it through 3, and it actually exited out the 4th one, because here's the bullet that hit the brick in the back. So the 45 long Colt did make it through all 4. Alright, next up we're going to try the model 1901 with the 38 long Colt. This ammo is pretty hard to find. It took me about a year before I finally found some. So let's try her out. Alright, let's go check out our result. Looks like we just went through the first one, the second one, the third one, and it actually caught our bullet in the 4th water jug. So there is a major difference, or there was a difference between the 45 long Colt and the 38 long Colt. The 45 made it through all 4 jugs of water and hit right there, but it didn't have much juice left in it after that 4th one, and the 4th jug caught the 38 long Colt. Finally, I'm going to try the 45 ACP, which is the regular military ball round, and let's see what that can do. Since I was a little low on water jugs, I got 2 of them that are half full in the front, and then I got 3 full ones behind it. So I'm going to try to aim for the lower part of the water jug. And let's go check out our result. Definitely made it through 1, 2, blew up 3, blew up 4, and it got caught in 5. There's our military ball round. One other little thing that I think we should take note of is this is the 45 long Colt. That was a cowboy load with a, looks like a lead bullet. That was the 38 long Colt, and that was the 45 ACP. You can see how much this spread out on the 45 long Colt, whereas, I mean, this did nothing, absolutely nothing. It's just going to poke a little pinhole through somebody. And our 45 ACP ball really had no spread. Really, it may have been a little slower, but your 45 Peacemaker may have been the way to go. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.